The Room 13 Files. File 007, West Mesa Bone Collector. The desert doesn't care if you're missing. It doesn't cry out when a life disappears. It just keeps you. For years, Albuquerque, New Mexico, seemed like any other southwestern city. Dry, expanding, familiar. But then, something shifted. In 2009, a woman was walking her dog along the West Mesa, a stretch of dusty desert on the edge of town, when she stumbled across something in the dirt. A bone, then more. Dozens. The ground opened like a wound, and what came out was a secret no one had prepared for. 11 women. Buried, hidden, forgotten, no suspects, no resolution, no peace. The media called the killer the West Mesa Bone Collector. Police said the victims were sex workers, vulnerable, often overlooked. Some of the women had been missing for years before anyone even noticed they were gone. But that raises a deeper question. How do 11 women disappear in a city without a trace? How does a killer have that much time and that much space without being seen? And what is it about this desert that helps people vanish so completely? Why does the land out here seem to consume the noise and leave only silence behind? Because if there's one thing life teaches us, it's this. There's always more going on than we realize. The West Mesa isn't just dirt and scrub, it's a place that feels like it's holding something in, not just hiding something, but protecting it. How many more are buried out there? How many stories have already been erased by sand, time, and silence? Even now, locals talk about the strange atmosphere of the place, the way the wind dies out when you get too close, the way the horizon seems too still. Some say the air feels heavy out there. Others say the ground seems disturbed, like it was unsettled long before anyone started digging. And sometimes, just sometimes, people say they see things, figures where there shouldn't be any, shadows that don't belong. It's not just what happened here, it's what might still be happening. Police formed a task force. For a while, there was hope, a list of persons of interest, satellite photos of tire tracks. But then, nothing. No arrests, no charges, no confessions. One suspect died before he could be questioned. Others were quietly dropped from the list. The families were left with candlelight vigils and unanswered questions. And the desert? It remains quiet. What is it about this place that lets truth evaporate like water in the heat? Why is it so hard to find bodies here, when the desert should preserve them? Does the land erase people, or does it just refuse to give them back? And if it does, why? The West draws people in, dreamers, drifters, the lost, some searching for hope, some just running out of road. But why do so many end up here, in shallow graves or no grave at all? Why does this land attract the forgotten? What is it about this region that gathers the downtrodden and leaves no trace behind? And West Mesa isn't the only place. Just southeast, in Belen, a girl goes missing during a bike ride. Her body found in a patch of brush, no answers and no resolution. West of there, in Los Lunas, an entire family murdered. Shot execution style. Police called it a targeted killing. The public barely heard a word. These aren't just tragedies, they're symptoms. This land has patterns, and not all of them are natural. New Mexico has a way of holding on to its dead, but not their stories. West Mesa isn't just a crime scene, it's a question mark, a stretch of earth that feels like it's holding back a truth we weren't meant to find. And if we're honest, there's always more to the story. No one knows who buried those women. No one knows why the killing stopped, or if it ever really did. West Mesa holds its secrets, and the ground isn't talking. But if there's one thing we've learned, it's this. There's always more going on than we realize, more than what's reported, more than what gets solved. Maybe that's why this place feels different, because some questions were never meant to have answers, and some stories were never meant to be told, because when the truth sinks into the dust out here, it rarely comes back up. They don't want you looking too close, but if you're still watching, hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe before they bury the truth for good. File 007. Closed. We uncover the stories they tried to hide. We open the files they never wanted found. This is another entry from the Room 13 files.